Whispers from the black sand. India is a land of bright colors and rich history, but it also has some very spooky places. Dumas Beach in Gujarat is one of them. Dumas Beach is not a normal beach. It has black sand and looks beautiful during the day, full of tourists. But at night, the place feels different, heavy, quiet, and unsettling. Long ago, this beach was a Hindu cremation ground where many bodies were burnt, their ashes mixed with the sand, turning it dark. Locals believe the spirits never left. They talk about whispers in the wind, shadows moving on their own, and voices calling out to people. Our story begins from here. It all started as a joke, really. A casual conversation with some friends, Rahul, Neha, and Varun, over a few drinks about supposed haunted places in India. When Dumas Beach came up, Ishaan, one of the group, scoffed. "It's just a beach. How scary can it be?" Rahul, always the throw, seeker, grin. "Let's find out." Neha hesitated, a believer in spirits and lingering energies. But she wasn't about to back out. Varun, the self-proclaimed skeptic, rolled his eyes. "Ghosts? Please. People hear wind and think it's a spirit whispering." And so, the plan was made. They were going to drive to Dumas Beach, spend the night, and prove that the stories were just local myths. As they neared their destination, a thick fog began to creep in from the coastline, swallowing the last traces of daylight. The car fell silent. A weathered wooden sign emerged from the mist, barely legible. "Enter at your own risk." Rahul chuckled nervously. That's inviting. Dumas Beach was unlike any other they would seen. The black sand stretched endlessly, the waves lapping gently against the shore, but the air was thick with a sense of unease. It smelled strange, not just of salt and sea, but of something burnt, something ancient. As they stepped onto the beach, the wind howled. They knew that it was once a Hindu burial ground. Hundreds of bodies had been cremated here, their ashes merging with the sand, giving it that dark color. "All right, let's split up," Rahul suggested, excitement in his voice. "Explore a little." Varun rolled his eyes. "You've watched too many horror movies, man." "Scared?" Rahul teased. Neha shivered, rubbing her arms. "We should stay together," Ishaan smirked. "Come on now. It's just a beach." Reluctantly, they split into pairs, Rahul with Neha, Varun with Ishaan, and walked in opposite directions. Rahul and Neha strolled along the shoreline, their feet sinking into the cold sand. The waves glowed faintly under the moonlight, but something felt terribly wrong. The usual sounds of the sea waves. Wind and distant birds seemed muffled, as if a heavy blanket had been thrown over the world. Instead, there was something else. A whisper, soft, indistinct. Rahul stopped dead in his tracks. "Did you hear that?" Neha's face had gone pale. "Yes." They turned slowly, scanning the empty beach. Nothing. Then, just behind them, "Go back." A woman's voice, right next to their ears. Neha screamed. Rahul spun around, shining his flashlight in all directions. The beam of light caught something in shadow. It stood several feet away, still, watching. Rahul took a step forward. The shadow vanished. Meanwhile, Varun and Ishaan walked further into the fog-covered part of the beach. The mist curled around them, making it hard to see more than a few feet ahead. "You feel that?" Ishaan muttered. Varun frowned. "Feel what?" "The air, it's heavy." Before Varun could reply, they heard it. A laugh. A deep, guttural laugh that echoed from nowhere. Both of them stopped in their tracks. Ishaan gripped Varun's arms. "Let's go back." But before they could turn around, Ishaan vanished. One second he was there, the next he was gone. Varun's breath hitched. Ishaan? Silence. Then from the mist, "You also go back?" A whisper. Right next to him, he ran. Varun stumbled back to where we had parked, his heart hammering in his chest. He found Rahul and Neha, both as shaken as he was. "Ishaan's gone," he panted. Neha's eyes widened in horror. "What do you mean gone?" I turned for a second, and he disappeared. Panic set in. The three of them grabbed our flashlights and ran back into the mist, calling Ishaan's name. Then a figure in the distance, sitting on the sand. Ishaan. They sprinted toward him, but as they got closer they froze. His face was blank. His eyes were wide open, staring at the waves. His lips were moving, but the words were barely audible. Rahul crouched down, shaking his friend. "Ishaan, what happened?" Ishaan blinked slowly. His voice was monotone, lifeless. "They call me?" Neha covered her mouth, tears forming in her eyes. "Who?" Ishaan finally looked at them. "Those who sleep here." The temperature dropped suddenly. The whispers surrounded them, circling like the wind. "Go away, don't come again. We are still here." The sand shifted beneath them, as if something was moving underneath. Then from the waves, figures emerged, pale hollow-eyed shadows, the bodies half buried in the black sand, watching. Neha screamed, "Run!" The whole shout. They grabbed Ishaan and bolted. The whispers grew louder, merging into a deafening wail. The fog thickened, the path disappearing beneath their feet. Somehow, by sheer instinct, they reached the car, shoving Ishaan inside before slamming the doors shut. The whispers stopped. For a moment, there was only silence. Then, as they looked back at the beach, the figures were standing at the water's edge, watching, waiting. They drove away, never once looking back. Hours later, in the safety of their hotel, Ishaan finally spoke. His voice was weak, hollow. "They told me something before you found me." Neha hesitated. "What?" Ishaan swallowed hard, his hands trembling. "The dead don't like to be disturbed." None of them ever spoke of that night again, and none of them ever returned to Dumas Beach. That night taught them that some whispers are better left unheard.
Please like, share and subscribe to our channel to support us.